Hi there. Hello, hello. Excuse me. Of course, I have a cough right as I am beginning, so I apologize for that. Let's see if I can get my light to hang out where I want it. I don't know why. It's like shining on my thing. Okay. I am Dory Jo Stoll with Prairie Scraps, and I apologize for not making it yesterday. I kind of got midway through my day and was feeling exhausted after doing some things and gathering for our live craft night last night that I thought I better sit down and kind of rest. I still have this hacking cough. I do not have pertussis. I got checked, came back negative, so I'm excited about that. But it kind of puts you back to it's probably um, pneumonia, they said. I don't know. The only other thing we have left to do is to take an x-ray, and I don't know if it'll really change the path of what we're doing anyway. So I thought I'd come and do some crafting. It's Friday afternoon. Got our schooling done this morning, which is an accomplishment because I've been sick for 3 weeks now. This hacking cough has been bothering me. I finally got some cough syrup that makes me sleep. It makes me drowsy. I've been taking it at night only. So hopefully, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be getting better, but whatever. I guess. It's like they used to say, like you get sick for like, what do they say? Like 2 weeks or 10, 2 weeks or 14 days. One of the two. So it doesn't really matter what you do. So that's what I'm kind of sitting at, although we're at 3 weeks. So my husband's like at almost 2.5 months now. Still, he has a hack. He feels okay, but the hacking cough still is around. So anyway, don't feel sorry for me. We're going to craft. We're going to have some fun. I apologize in advance. I may have some really hacking coughs out, and I'm going to be taking some drinks so I can keep my throat moist. But I have had this one on my docket, I guess, a couple years. This is a heart that I got from Dollar Tree. It's even started to fall apart. I've been keeping it. I have like vintage suitcases in my little camper here to kind of go with the vintage theme. And I stack them up on the upper bed and have them actually I have them marked now. Like one has fall in it. One the smallest one has Valentine's in it. And when I kind of looked through my Valentine's suitcase the last time, it this one popped out and I couldn't figure out how I got it in there in the first place. I couldn't get it back in. So anyway, it's been on my docket to do, and so let's do it. Let's do it. It's a Dollar Tree, and I'm sure I got this before it was a dollar something instead of dollar, just a dollar. So I probably paid just $1 for this one, and I'm just gonna do the whole thing in one color. I am going to use the base coat just as a Waverly acrylic paint matte finish, the chalk paint from Dollar Tree. I got this little one because I just wanted to try out some new colors. I think I've since decided that maybe the small ones are not like my favorite to buy because they seem like they're really dry. They don't seem very wet and usable. They seem like they're drying up very quickly. So anyway, but that's what I'm going to use on this. I want to do the whole thing in this white. I want to, of course, make this. I don't know. I'm thinking. I love this pink. This color pink this is called ballet slipper. Chuck, don't be disappointed. Actually, we have ballet slipper in Chalk Couture as well, and I think it's pretty much the same color or very similar color. So either one, you could use chalk paste as well for doing this, but I am going to use this Waverly because I have it, and like I said, it is starting to kind of dry up. So I want to get it to use it before it dries up and it's a waste. So I really haven't even had it that long. Those big containers of white and black that I just recently ran out of. And I'm just to thicken, so thick it's not going on very smoothly. So I'm just like spraying right on the surface, right into the paste here, just to make it look a little bit better of a surface. And this is just going to be the base coat. So you could use whatever paint you have. Somebody was asking about it, like, is it chalk paint or not? I think it's considered chalk paint because it's got the chalk paint consistency, like as if you put the baking soda into it. But because you can make your own doing that using acrylic paint, although I never really found that it was a great consistency by doing that. I prefer just buy, if you want chalk paint, buy chalk paint. It's just better made that way. And I'm going to get these, there's these little things between, I'm going to get those too. So I'm not going to worry about trying not to get them. I had thought about doing this in white. You could do this in whatever color you want. Doesn't really matter. But I really, like I said, I kind of like this very pale ballet slipper color for Valentine's Day. Hello, George and Rhonda. Hello, good to see you. You can, oh, yeah, I have distilled water in here. Or purified, whatever it is. I guess it's purified. But yes, that's what I do add that to it. This one just is not, I always add that to my acrylic paints. But it just doesn't seem, I don't know. It's a fairly new bottle and it's not doing great. So it's just a lot drier than I've had in the past. I don't know if they changed their makeup of it or if it's because it's in a smaller container. Because I usually, you know, again, just like my chalk paste, I just add a little bit of the purified water on the top. I know you're supposed to use distilled, but we always drink purified, so it's going to have to be good enough. I kind of think our water out of the faucet here is probably pretty good. It's not very treated. It's pretty much off the mountain water, off the top of the mountain and right into our wells here. So, but I don't know. No water is perfect, I guess. So, but yeah, a little bit safer to use either distilled or purified. I think the recommended is distilled. You're probably right. But I'm just a rebel around here using the purified. No, just kidding. All right, I've got a little goobers here I can see on the edges where it kind of went through. So I'm going to try to grab those so it doesn't look so obvious. Turn it around. This looks like it's going to have like just one coat coverage, so that'll be nice. No need to go back and do extra coats. And I'm just going to kind of check the edges too. I don't think I need brown edges. Sometimes I think they must, like when they cut out shapes, they must like burn the edges. It must be kind of like when you use the cutters, you know, the laser cutters. They must use that similarly in the factories, because it seems like all the edges are kind of brown, and usually I don't mind the brown edges, but this one seems very inconsistent. Some of them are brown, some of them are not, so I'm just gonna try to get as consistent as I can. I've been feeling torn about the Valentine's Day decor this year. Number one, I still have up my snowman. I think my husband's getting impatient, though. I think he thought I needed to take down the snowman when I took down. We had different. My husband and I always, I don't know if you guys have this experience, but we always think things through opposite. So I could guarantee you that whatever I thought was the plan, he thought was the opposite, and we usually just assume that the other one's going to go along with our plan, I think, sometimes. Makes life interesting in our household, but my thought was, oh, well, we didn't get Christmas up very early, so even though we took down the Christmas tree, we could leave the snowman up for a while because it's cold, and tonight it's supposed to snow, so, you know, just leave it up. Enjoy the snowman. So we took down the Christmas tree, and I didn't know that the entire process of cleaning out our storage area and getting to my craft stuff was waiting on getting the snowman put away. Hello, Jessica. How are you today? So do you guys do Valentine decorations in your house? Do you do Valentine's Day at all? Formally, we don't really celebrate, but I always kind of get my kids a candy for Valentine's Day. Although, as I'm getting more and more kids, it's starting to be, I do need to end this with some water in it. I don't know. It was more fun. You know, I would just do like a small size candy for my kids. Nothing really super fancy for Valentine's Day. Oh yeah, we can get we can definitely get the snow all the way through. They say you could snow here all the way to July 4th because of the mountains, but it doesn't generally snow in town much after March, usually. I'm going to just kind of clean up around the edges on this because that always is the hardest, I think, to get off. All right, we got our piece done here. Now, I don't know if you've seen, my inspiration today, I think, is if you've ever seen, let me see if I, excuse me. If you've ever seen the, let's see if I can get you back down there. Okay. Like kind of the wood cutout, like with the different the spindle look, like they'll do, you know, the different shapes, like Christmas trees. They had Christmas trees with the spindles, with all these different shaped spindles on it. This kind of reminds me of that. It's a little wider. So what I thought I would do is like four different patterns on each one of these, a different pattern on each slat, all in the same color, just to kind of dress it up and just make it fancy. So that's my plan today. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you today. You got it really thick right in here. I think it's official now. We've totally gone through the household with the illness. I think Lydia's the final one to get it. I don't know if she's got the same one or a different one, but she's not feeling good today. We actually had to cancel her violin lessons because we didn't want to share. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so we've got this, and I want to use this. There's 4 different patterns on this. I actually might substitute this one because I think it might not show up as well. But I'm going to start with this. This is a brand new one that came out. It's called Vintage Patterns. So I guess we're giving this a little vintage look here. And these patterns, I have been most recently, instead of leaving them on this big 18 by 18, this is our D size transfer. It's 18 inches by 18 inches, and it's got 4 different patterns on it. And instead of leaving it whole like I usually do, I've been cutting at the seams because then it could go into one of my big binders, and then I have all my patterns in the same place in my big binder. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I actually think I should really mark the backs so that I know which is which, because I've now started getting so many patterns. I love patterns. I'm not going to lie. I really love using patterns. So I'm just going to cut these apart like this. And then I think I'll put vintage on the back side of it so I know where these came from with a Sharpie, if I can find a Sharpie, hopefully. And then I was hoping to use, is it here? Yeah, I've got it here. The other pattern I want to use besides, I think, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use that bows or not. I was kind of thinking it wouldn't have, maybe it would if I did it on that bottom one, would have a nice impact. Maybe I'll try it. I actually don't even think it wouldn't be too bad on the middle one either. All right. So I'm going to, before I forget, write vintage on here. Yes, there's no right or wrong. Oh, somebody's been into my Sharpie. I keep Sharpies hidden places because my family is hard on Sharpies. I like a nice sharp point so I can write things, and then I don't know what is wrong with my family. that they do this to the tip, like get it all icky. Ah, that's kind of like ruining it. Shame on them. Okay. So let's get this started. The cool thing about these patterns are they are repeating. Should I give it a try? They are a repeating pattern. So you can put them side by side because obviously it's not wide enough to go all the way across. I'm going to give it a try maybe. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Nice Friday night. We had some sun out today. Yesterday was a nicer day here in Idaho, and now it's like it's snowing on the mountain. So it is snowing up there, and we're supposed to have snow for the next few days, I guess. So much for our fair weather. We're saying goodbye, I guess. I'm just going to see how this fits. This is a brand new transfer, so we're going to go ahead and get it nice and fuzzed here on my fuzzing cloth because we want to make sure that it doesn't stick too hard. And I'm just going to see maybe, oh, that kind of actually looks nice down there. I kind of like it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to center it just on that tip. It like fit in there really nice. I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to, that it seemed like a bigger pattern and that you wouldn't be able to tell that it was bows. That's what I was worried about. All right. Let's see if I had a live class last night locally. We have a craft store in town and they let me host a class last night. We did an acrylic class. I did release it on my YouTube channel. So go over there. You can, oh, good. I got some of those. Got all the goodies here. So go over there. I did make the class up beforehand up on YouTube so that if you remember, you got to see it ahead of time. If not, you could just go back and watch it now because I just released it today once the class was done. So I am going to use Nominee. This is like my all-time favorite now, Nominee and Disco, because they have their metallic paste. It was very good. We had 7 ladies participate, actually 8 ladies participate. So that was perfect. And my daughter, Lydia, helped me out with it. She was a big help. She scooped up all the paste for everyone and kind of helped people get their stuff done. Oh, good luck, Charlie. Do I have any extra? Yes, I do. Karen, I'll message you. Okay? I do. I love that one, though. Actually, I'm going to be having a live sale on Sunday. So we'll be doing some shipping next week, too. So that'll be perfect for that one for you. So, and you're gonna love it. I'm gonna have a special just for Perks members and club members. Plus, I'm gonna be having a live sale. All right, so that is it. This is gonna be easy peasy to do. I think this could be fun. But I love this metallic. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna take it slow because I maybe should have waxed this before I started. I was getting all excited about this project and trying to check out this little bows. I think it's really cute. Okay, well, don't take off the rest of my stuff here, please. All right, there we go. One down. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, isn't that the cutest? I was worried about the bows. I wasn't sure about that. I think it's really cute. I have seen on several different projects and thought, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I probably would have. Bows don't seem like they're my style to do this, but it's really pretty. It looks like it's more like a harlequin print. It'll be probably like in the late afternoon, probably 4 o'clock on Sunday. I need to make an event. I need to get my act together. Honestly, I just keep doing a little bit and then I get exhausted and take a nap. This cough is something else. It is just taking a toll on me. So I apologize that I feel like I'm kind of like out of sorts or whatever. I think let's do, I don't know what these are, bamboo or something. They're kind of like greens. I'm going to use all the same color on these. So we're just going to do them all gold, but 4 different patterns on this little thing. Let's get it fuzzed up before we go. Really good, especially since I didn't wax. If you're worried about your paste or your color coming off of the wood, you could wax it before. It's a good idea to wax it. In fact, highly suggest it. But you know, I was all excited about those bows and wondering if they would fit, and then they fit, and then I did it. So there we are. I don't want to put wax on now halfway through the project. So these are reusable transfers. All you have to do is wash them in the sink once they're done with one of our board erasers, and it comes out pretty clean. And this is one of the new transfers that just came out. Very exciting. We do have a new release coming next Thursday, the 6th, February 6th, I think is the date on it. I'm putting this far over to one side, and then we will. I wonder how the repeat goes. Because this is at an angle, so I'm not going to exactly have this repeat here. I don't know. This might be a challenge on repeats a little bit. You'll just have to bear with me, I guess. Oh well. You know. Cute little sign. So yeah. Oh, and put down below live if you want to be on the sale reminder. I'll get with you. Make sure you get in my reminder group. Just put the words live down below if you want me to send you a reminder. It felt like that was crooked. So I don't want to get it crooked because then I'll struggle getting it on. Okay. Here we go. Ready or not, here we go. I'm not trying to get those in-between ones. I kind of want to just leave those without. I think I just did my desk a little bit in gold. This nominee is really beautiful. You don't have to push as hard as you do with shimmers with the nominee because it is a metallic. The paint is metallic as opposed to having flecks of, this is a little curved here, so it's kind of doing a weird thing. It's got, instead of having flecks of glitter in there, it's just like solid metallic, kind of like a metal looking. All right, let's see how we did. Nice and slow. And when you pull your transfers, you want to pull from the center, not at an angle, so that it doesn't stretch the fabric, because this is a silk transfer. Ooh, that's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, I'm going to set this on to the backing for a hot minute and get this dry before I try to place it again. Hi, Peggy. Good to see you. Doing a little Valentine's Day project with a cough or two, so I apologize for the cough. It's going to be good. I just want to get it dry because I want to place this back on there. All right, now to figure out the repeat. These are supposed to be repeatable patterns, meaning you can start on, it should repeat itself, which is interesting. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really great at doing the repeat, meaning it'll line up end to end. Actually, that doesn't look too bad for a lineup right there. I think that'll do me. I really like that you could see through our transfers now. Our older transfers you can't see through, but our newer ones you can see through, and that is very helpful, especially when trying to line things up like this. If you make a boo-boo or you don't get something filled in, you can always lay it back down and redo it. So it's kind of a cool thing. I think I did it, you guys. It repeated. I'm excited about that. Got a little on the desk here, but let me show you. Look at how good that lined up. You can't even tell where that lineup is. Yay! How exciting is that? It is a wood surface. It's a Dollar Tree wood. I think it was a couple years ago that they had these. I definitely got it before they went up to $1.25. So that was exciting. I think that is my best ever lineup right there. That was good. Okay. So we've got 2 of these done. And I think I want to do the other one I thought would be really pretty with this is from the kit, the DIY kit. That heart kit, I thought that one would look really pretty too. That pattern. I love that rose pattern. Love, love, love. All right, gonna try not to get into my paste here, but get this all nice and my surface. I don't know if it's, it's typical Dollar Tree surface where it's such thin wood it kind of bends and warps over time. And I've had this tucked away in my vintage Valentine suitcase. I kind of marked my suitcases. I've got vintage suitcases where I keep some of my supplies for my holidays. I finally last year started, actually marking it. So anyway, it's in this small green suitcase. It matches. I have like a stock of, well, I've got 2 of them. They're kind of that old 70s green. And now this one feels like that is the centerpiece right there. That middle flower there, see, it feels like the center. So I might have to go on both sides of this one just to get it lined up. But or I could do, let me see this. We could do 2 roses. Maybe I like that better. Kind of like that better. So I'm just having that one. I think it looks like, to me, looks like a mum in the middle there. That way I can use the whole span, but I'll have to come in twice. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. Make sure you're helping me out. Give me a little heart there. Especially for the Valentine's mood. What was I saying? I can't remember now. It'll come to me. It's one of those stories in a story. Maybe I'll get back to it. I may not be a great storyteller, though, today. I don't know. It's been a week. Here we go. I don't want to do this at an angle. It's just going to peel away till I get to the middle and then go from the middle. It's fabric, if you pull it at an angle, it stretches the wrong way. Ooh, that's very pretty too. These are so pretty. Okay, so I got that there. We want to get this nice and dry so we don't smear it. Is that pretty? This is the vintage patterns that came out. I really like the vintage lines. This is kind of giving me kind of like a sampler, right? Anyway, I guess I was talking about the wood where it's cheap, and so it's got kind of different bends. If you're really concerned about it and you have Dollar Tree signs, this is just, one for free. I'm back to my original story. I'm back, I promise. But if you're worried about that and want it to look flattened out, you can go and paint the whole entire back. And because what happens is moisture from the air could still get into this or not. lack of moisture on the back side when you paint one side. So a lot of times if you can paint both sides, that will even it up. And just kind of make it sealed up so it doesn't have weird warping on it. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. It really is just it's Dollar Tree, right? It's not going to be the best quality. All right, so I'm going to try to line up this side and see if we can get it on here. Kind of looks like a mirror image. It's just a little bit. But I think it was, to me, it was worth trying to do the lineup on two sides to get that centered, that pattern. It just looks more centered there. So, all right. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, so, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad either. So I think we did pretty good. I'll show you that up close. Is that pretty? You can, unless you sit and look at it. You guys know because you're watching me do it. Now we'll do the other side. Try to get it nice and lined up here. Where is it? You want to go, it's kind of tricky. You want to go right up to it, but not too far. You want it to be lined up. Thankfully, it's just a little run of it, so it's not going to be the end. It's not the end of the world. It's just crafting. We can, it'll be okay, even if we don't get it perfect. So as I say that, I'll probably be disappointed in myself here, but it'll be okay. Nice. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Put that aside. Get this off here because I find if I have a little wet paste sitting here, I end up getting it everywhere. All right. There, I'll show you that one up close. Isn't that pretty? All right. We're almost there. I think it's kind of fun. Make sure it's dry. And sometimes too, like if you have a little boo-boo, you could just go ahead and kind of sand around the edges and kind of rough it up a little bit, and you'll never know that there was a boo-boo there. So there's lots of things. Or you could come in and, do some antiquing around the edges or whatever, wax. Hello, hello, create your day. How are you today? Okay, last but not least, I think this one's going to be okay to just go off the side here. And I'm going to try to line it up straight so that I can line it up straight all the way across. Hopefully they cut this board straight all the way across. But isn't this kind of cool? You don't have to have we've had patterns, and I don't mind the patterns that are 18 by 18, but sometimes they could be hard to work on or to use for smaller projects like this. So it's nice to have a cute little pattern that you can use and just repeat it if you need to. Use it on a bigger space than this because they've made the pattern repeatable. So they used to never have them be repeatable, so it was really hard to figure out where to put it. I know the buffalo check, when they made the buffalo check repeatable, I was like, thank you, because I had so many times gone and tried to line it up, and oh my goodness, what a stinking mess. I would get it wrong, and if you get it one box off, it totally looks, it's wrong. It's very wrong. All right. So I love that they kind of invented this repeatable pattern. Oh my goodness, is that pretty too? I'm loving all these patterns. I tell you what, I looked at these and went, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so beautiful to have these patterns? Because they're the vintage patterns, like have a washroom with these patterns on them. Oh my gosh, so pretty. But you know, with this small of a pattern, it'd be too small. You definitely have to use one of our bigger patterns for that. If you're doing the walls, you can use these on your walls or signs, anything that stands still, really. And the pattern, you know, this you can use up to 12 times. So I'll take it in, wash it, be ready to go for the next one. I kind of space these out. See, this one doesn't have a whole lot of pattern. This one has a little less pattern, but the leaves and then this, I don't know what you call this. I forgot what they call it. It's a little more busy pattern. So I tried to alternate that way so that it didn't look like all of them are super busy. I did really think about using the bows up here too, just because the bows are more spread out, but that's all right. No right or wrong. Next time we could do it again next time. So we'll see. Now, I was working really hard to line up the bottom edge, and then I just have to work it out side by side here so that it butts right up to it. What kind of pattern is this called? Do you guys know? I know there's a name for it. Can't remember. All right. Somebody out there probably knows what kind of pattern this is. Help me out if you know. All right, I'm going to get this shut because we don't want it to dry up any more than it already has. Try to get the little crusties around the outside edge put back in so that it reconstitutes while it's shut. There we go. These are water-based, so if they do get dried up, you could just put a little bit of purified water there. All right, taking too long here. I need to get this off before it dries up. Nice and slow. Ooh, that just looks perfect. I'm really excited about that. That looks really nice. You could see it because it's like wet yet, but you really can't see like where the lineup is. Isn't that pretty? I'm trying to get it so it doesn't. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's just beautiful. I'm excited. That is fun. Fun. Okay. Now, excuse me. I want to do like a little tag to go on here. I was thinking one of these wooden tags would be nice. Just to have a little extra, maybe. Or I guess I have the paper tags as well. But they are, I don't know if I want to use brown. Looks like I only have brown ones, so maybe not my favorite. I think this will be okay. I think I'm going to use this one. I really like this one. This is the minis, the Thanksgiving. Oh boy, you guys. Sealed with a Kiss, it's called. Minis. Although, I do like this. See, this is how this one turns out. Special delivery here. Isn't that pretty? I could even use that, but I don't know if I want that color introduced. To my Valentine special delivery. I think I'm thinking about this one here. And this one's new too, so I'm going to get that one fuzzed up real good here. Actually kind of thinking about, I like this, the LOV here. I was thinking about doing this in the background just to kind of give it a little bit more depth, and then doing that Sealed with a Kiss over the top. I think the top portion of this tag will not be seen because I'm going to put a bow on here. Let's see what we can do for a bow. So I'm going to start first with this in the background. It's just like a mix-up of all the letters in love. There it is. It's a mini. I'm going to just use this nominee again for this background, and then I'll move it just like we did for the other patterns. I'll move it up and do the top portion too, so the whole thing has this in the background. I'm not going to really see it, but I'll just give it a little extra to tie it together. Excuse me. I apologize. I hope that doesn't hurt your ears. Sometimes my husband, he coughs so hard, it like hurt. I'm like, it hurts your ears. It's so loud. Like it's ear piercing. It's like, I'm sorry. I know he doesn't mean it, but it's like, cough away from me. Here we go. It's just kind of really subtle. I'll put it up here. They're kind of random. Maybe kind of got the one side seems like it doesn't have any letters in it. I don't know. Got a blank side over here, looks like. But I know I had the mini over there, so it's kind of weird that it didn't print. There's nothing on this one side. It's like the random isn't quite so random on this particular one. All right, well, I did get a little bit on the edge, and it's fine. Do you see how that one side looks kind of empty? That was how it came on the transfer. Is that weird? And I did get this one side over here, so I'm just going to wipe it off best I can. It's all right. And then we're going to wash that in a hot minute. We're done here. All right. Then I'm going to use this Sealed with a Kiss. And I think I'm going to use some black. Hopefully I can find some black. Noah's running low. I'm out of like white and black. Isn't that crazy? White and black I'm out of. Like, who runs out of white and black? Me. That means I'm going to have to be using color. Color. Let's see if we can find it here. got brown, we got greens, we got blues. My colors are all mixed up from my live class, my acrylic class last night. There we go. I do have shimmer black, which I know is in better shape. All right, so we might have to resort to that. I'm just going to put this kind of right here. And we're just going to do that in black. Hopefully. Oh, we've got a little bit going here. It'll work. It'll work. I definitely need to order in some paste. We're going to do our next class next month is going to be the galvanized sign. I learned a lot last night. You definitely learn like what works, doesn't work. There's not a ready sink, so I brought all the transfers home to wash at home. So that works. That's fine. I think my friend Amber was having a little bit of a heart attack over that. You need to wash these. I'm like, they're fine. All right, here it is. Oh, I think it's kind of cute. Isn't that cute? All right, that little bit of nominee in the background, I think just helps it out a little bit to be kind of tie into the sign. Get these all put away so that I can keep all these together. Kind of keeping my Valentine transfers together right now. Keep one of these for my tie up, and then we're gonna make a bow. I'm afraid my pink stuff is maybe at the bottom. Crazy. Here's my white. Yep, of course my pink is at the bottom. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Hopefully that didn't jiggle you up too much. The green back. That's what happens when you try to plug everything in to one place. That really went cockeyed, didn't it? Sorry about that. Going for a ride. Hi, Wanda. Sorry about that if that was the first you came in. All right, we're going to make just kind of a messy bow. Let's see if I can find a bow maker. I know my one bow maker. You know, I sat at Christmas time. I thought, you know, I've got all this beautiful bow making supplies. I would make bows to sell at the craft fair. I was all excited about it, and I made a bunch of them, and not a single bow sold. I was so disappointed. Like, really? I don't know why. Well, I'm not finding I don't know where my bow maker is. Is it right in front of me? I see the sticks. Oh, well. All right, so I do want to make kind of a messy bow for this, so we'll start out with some twine to hold it. A piece of this. We're just about done here, so just making up our bow. And I do think I'm gonna put the twine that was in this right back in. I think it's gonna be fine. That'll be my twine. And then twine came with these little tags too, so little black paste everywhere. Okay, so this is gonna be my bottom one. I'm doing this without the maker. I have no idea where it went. I have a feeling it's right in front of me, but who knows? It's nice to have a bow maker because it like holds it for you. I'm trying to decide if this is too pink. I'm just gonna grab some, maybe this. That's kind of too pink too, isn't it? Grab some pinks here. This one's very nice. Maybe this. This one's not as bad. You know, on the bad. I do like this one. All right, we're getting some work up here. This one's good. And then maybe we want to do a little bit of, actually this one's kind of nice. Ooh. I think that's my hubby coming home maybe, I don't know. And I don't want it to take up the whole thing. We want the heart to be, oh my goodness, sounds like he's running into me. So to give you an idea, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, about 10.5 inches. And I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail these right away. Oh goodness. I don't know who's calling me. Oh. I wonder if my husband forgot to get the girl. Oh, somebody's calling me. Oh no. Sorry about that. He sure did come home with a, oh, all dad. That's what I have to say. If I hang up on you 3 times, that's enough. Okay, so I'm going to start out with these kind of as a base. I did ask him to go get her, so hopefully he remembered. Okay, I like to start with the widest first, and then let's put some of our, this is from Dollar Tree. I don't know if they carry this anymore, but I don't know. I like it. Not bad. We'll cut this at an angle. I'm going to dovetail it. And just keep making crisscross applesauce here with layers, and try to make quite a few layers actually. All right, where did I? There we go. This one I know. I bet he forgot her. He's leaving. That's what he did. This is kind of pretty. This is like an edging you use in sewing, but I got it super cheap one time on closure, like from Dollar Tree. Or not Dollar Tree, Walmart. In the sewing section, it was just kind of a nice one. We'll put a little bit of this white balls. My friend Amber was asking about little balls. She's like, I would use that for sewing or quilting or whatever. And I'm like, no, I would never want to sew that stuff down on anything. That would be terrible. I think this one would look really pretty in here too. Actually, this white, wouldn't that look kind of vintagey? This is like, again, another sewing thing, and you could run, you know, ribbon in there, but we're just gonna put it in for layers. I think I like it down here for the layer. I might reconfigure this a couple of times before we get done here, but I promise I'll get through it. There we go. You could do 2 or 3 of each layer. I'm doing 2 here, I guess. It's up to you. Okay, I have that pink in there. But just keep going crisscross with it. Put that pink layer in here. There we go. Pink, pink, and then the white balls. There we go. I'm liking this too. This has got like a really small polka dot in it. We'll do this one a little bit shorter, so it has some different lengths. There we go. Maybe I'll do one across the center. I bet he forgot her. That was the problem. Okay. And then who doesn't love, I've got so much picked out here. I think I'm going to keep that. I really like this one. It's got the green and the pink in there, and it's got the hearts, but I think it's just a little too much green. We're kind of sticking with the white here. Put a little bit of the gingham in here, pink gingham. Who doesn't love that? This almost looks a little Easter, so you could take this off and use this bow at Easter too if you wanted. I'm really excited about some of the Easter stuff that's coming out. So if you're interested in the new launch coming out, let me know. I think I'm going to stay away from this. It's got extra colors like the green and whatnot in there. I think we're just kind of sticking with the soft pink and white. And we'll put some rickrack in here. Also very pretty. I think I used this on a girl's dress at one point. I made an Easter dress using that pink rickrack. Pink for Abby when she was little. She's 25 now. Now we're making baby ones. And for now, I'm just going to, this one could have gone in there too, but I'm just going to skip it. I'm just using what we got here. Let's see. Those are kind of purples. All right. I think we represented pretty well. Just checking. I might. But this is what we were talking about, this little. Isn't that cute too? Ooh, I should probably get. That's pretty cute too. I think Amber was looking at putting that around a picture, and I was like, I know who you're copying. My friend Tarina, she likes to use this ball stuff, and it never looks right when I use it. But I was on a ball search after watching her do a couple projects, and they look so beautiful. And it just doesn't look the same when I do it. So we're going to give it a try. All right. Let's see. I think that should do us. Get that put up there. It always looks right in my mind. And the execution is not always there. Let's just say that. Okay, so we're just going to gather this in the middle. This is just like a little messy bun here. And I like to do, I guess they call it a doctor's knot or a surgical knot, where you go through it twice to tie it, and that kind of locks it down. Whoops. Locks it down. Just like that. Okay. And I might, oops, that one got pulled through. And of course, as per usual, I'm going to go ahead and try to pull this nice and tight and get it tied. And then, you know, just tie a little bow on the front. You could hide this on the back too, the little twine if you wanted, but I always kind of like putting it on the front and using it as a bow. And then you just, 90% of doing a bow is froofing. It's all in the froofing. All right, let's put our little twine back into our heart. And we'll get a piece of that twine that came with this and get that ready. See if I can get my hot glue gun to give me some hot heat here. There we go. Get that warmed up. Put this through. our little tag on there, just like that. And then put this through. I don't know what he's doing now. Moving the truck. Crazy guy. There we go. I think it looks good. And you could, if you wanted to vintage it up a little bit, we could take a little bit of sandpaper here, kind of while we're, and so I'm just kind of thinking off to the side with this little froofy bowl. And, you know, there's not all of these have wire in them, but the ones that do have wire, use those to give you, what is that? That sounds like, oh, sounds like he's breaking the truck. Oh my goodness. My goodness sakes, I don't know what's going on at my house. This is what happens sometimes when you're married to a mechanic, is strange things happen. All right, so I just kind of wanted that peeking out there. We don't need to, you know, it actually almost, I don't want to take up, you know, I just want to put it on there. So it's just sort of peeking out. And we'll probably attach this. I do want to put a knot in the end so I have something to attach to the back here when I get my hot glue going. And I think that's how we're gonna roll today. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's really super pretty. What a cute way to but what I was saying was, while we're waiting for that to get done, is we can just do a little bit of edge work here to kind of watch it. I'm noticing my camper here is having a lot of sandpaper looks. Just do the edges here because we want to kind of just give it a little bit of extra. And then I was even thinking we could use the, I suppose I could be really smart, instead of putting it on my table, put it on my cardboard and then take it outside. We could use some gilding, the gold gilding wax on here. It would be really pretty around the edges and around the tag. Actually, that's where I was kind of thinking about using it, was around the tag. These are so flimsy, it's kind of hard to get. All right, just kind of subtle. Not really anything, you know, super. Just makes it so it doesn't look like brand new painted, right? And let's get that tag up here too, as long as I do like these tags to be sanded a little up too. Just gives it a little bit of extra depth to it. And you could use some, you know, wax around it, or you could use even some like bark or espresso paste around the edges to darken it up, or the, here. Does that look nice? Just gives it a little bit of extra depth. Okay, that little sponge might be done. It was working hard. Okay, we're gonna finish this up here, and I apologize. Well, we're at about an hour. It's not too bad, right? Get this all out of here. Pick up some of that. Hopefully we've got some hot glue now. Kind of waiting for it here. All right, I think we're talking right about there. I don't want to get that on the, I want to get that on the back, on the front. Don't want the ends around the back of the little ones. I'm just going to put a little hot glue here and set that on there. And then to just get it sort of stuck around there, I'm going to put a little bit on the back as well and bring that end of that tag around the edge so that it just has a little more reinforcement in case this gets knocked off. And then let's see this. I think that's exactly what we want. So we're gonna have a good size amount of glue there. Get that in there. And then while I'm holding it and being very patient, you guys know I'm not. Oops, I even got my finger in it. Holy smokers. There we go. Try not to burn myself. It just start fussing. So you get it how you like it. There we go. There's that little some weird things going on outside my house. And this one with the polka dots and the back one with the stripes, those are the ones that have the wire in them. So I will do my best to just kind of get more bulk with those. Kind of helps it out. And then these over time will kind of, droopy and go all over the place. There's my little balls, big ones, small ones. Just kind of want it to just fluff up really nicely. And there we go. That is it. So it wasn't really super hard, just multi-step process. And tell you what, that does not look like a Dollar Tree sign, does it? Just so cute. There it is. Kind of got a vintagey look to it. I just love it. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Make sure you do all the things. If you watched on the replay, put hashtag replay so I know you were here. And make sure you do, share it out. Give me little hearts. Follow me if you're on my YouTube channel, Prairie Scraps, on YouTube and Facebook. And like I said, Sunday I will be doing a live sale. So put a live down below and I will get you out to that if you would like to be on my reminder list for that. So thanks so much for stopping in. I hope you have a very blessed evening and weekend, and make sure you keep on crafting.